Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hello there. Yes, Jim and Todd and the Take a Listing Today podcast, show number 187. Who knew we would get that far? Todd, did you know that was going to happen?
No, that's pretty incredible. That I wouldn't have guessed 10 shows, let alone 187.
we have a short attention span, but we're still here 187 shows later because of Lisa Gray.
Hi, I'm a little discombobulated. I'm fine now. I'm fine. I was getting tangled in the cord and I'm good.
Back in your, how could you get tangled in your VIP suite in the corner?
I don't know. It's hard to believe, right? Because I can't really even move. But yes, I stood up. I made the mistake of trying to stand, and not a good idea.
Oh yeah, don't stand.
There's about 8,000 wires below me. Don't look down.
Do we have a fire extinguisher handy just in case something goes on over there?
I spontaneously combust.
Right.
And we have one staff member in the hallway in case she falls off.
Standing by.
Or get stuck.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for tuning in today. And don't forget, you can always listen to our show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and YouTube if you like to see our mugs. And we'll be giving away a mug later today as well.
That's very clever.
You like that?
Because you meant like mugs, which actually
our mugs.
We usually do have a mug there.
We do.
Our mugs meaning
Maybe
our
we sense
faces
it out.
and our mug.
How do we not have a mug in here?
I know,
well,
we did.
Here's what happened. We sold out 2 weeks ago, so we cleaned them and shipped them.
All right.
Yeah.
So those are on back order now? All right.
Yeah.
Well, today's show is amazing because we're going to discuss the 10 conversion starters for real estate agents reaching out to their sphere. And of course, maintaining and nurturing your relationship within your sphere of influence is crucial for generating leads and building a successful real estate business. And today we're going to go over 10 conversion starters to help you engage with your SOI effectively.
Yeah, these are, I think that what's difficult with agents is trying to figure out conversations to have when you get on the phone. So we're just giving you a little bit of a prompt here, 10 prompts that will get you going when you're on the phone and give you a valuable reason to make that call. So you don't have to think about it anymore. You just listen to what we say. If you're able to take notes, or go to YouTube and get the transcript. And
that's what AI is doing for people. They don't have to think anymore. So instead of AI, you can come here and get your thoughts that you want to think.
Yes, there are other. It's AI or us. That's really what you're saying.
Your two choices.
Those are your two choices.
Right.
Exactly.
We're being compared to AI now is what's happening. Go ahead, Todd.
That's scary.
I am not real. This is artificial intelligence. I was just going to say that every single realtor, every single broker knows that this right here is one of the best sources of business. Yeah. But so many people, I had this conversation yesterday, the day before. So many people get confused, and if they could just so my thought here is, as you're listening or watching, not all of these are going to resonate with you, but those that do, 1 or 2 or 3 of these will absorb them, become them, utilize them, because your competition is not, and people are scatterbrained out there.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to make a phone call if you know your exact intention or your precise intention for that call. And, I can understand how agents are sitting at their desks. They're like, I'm going to make these calls. I've made a goal. I'm going to make these calls. They pull out their list. They start making calls. And they're so nervous about the calls. They don't even think about, all right, maybe I need to set an intention, know exactly what I'm going to say. We all know when you practice something, when you're prepared for something, it goes much better. So these are 10 ideas. You can use any of these or all in different combinations, but then before you start dialing that number, think about, okay, I'm going to use that idea number 2 that Lisa, Todd, and Jim gave me. And my intention before I end the phone call is to make sure to ask for 1 referral. That'll be the end of that's my action plan, right? So I'm going to start with this conversation starter and I'm going to end with this action plan. And if you do that, and you have it written in front of you, how can you go wrong, right?
Exactly.
That is exactly correct. So let's start with the number 1 conversion starter. Conversation starter. There's a conversion starter too, right? You just briefly look at that word. It
actually works both ways.
Yeah, the conversation converts.
Right, exactly. So the first conversation starter is local events and community news. Keep your SOI informed about upcoming local events, community news, and happenings. This positions you as a community expert and keeps the conversation engaging. For example, did you hear about the new park opening downtown? It's going to be a great addition to our community.
I mean, this is such a no-brainer because if you know what's going on in your city, there's always something opening, right? I mean, even on my side of town, there's a new Target opening that's been opening for 4 years now. I mean, it got waylaid with COVID. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'd say it's finally is a coming soon sign. I'm guessing within the next couple of months. That's a silly thing to talk about. But if there are people on your side of town, I mean, it is an icebreaker. You could bring it up. Obviously, a park opening is
Remember
great.
that Target was going to open 5 years ago?
Did you
Hey,
see?
it's opening.
Yeah, the coming soon sign. If it's a new restaurant, hey, did you try that? I want to check out that new restaurant if you had a chance to try it. Obviously, that's not going to be your starter, but it's another conversation point to have.
Right.
And as far as local news or local events, obviously the NAR settlement kickoff date is coming up. I believe is it the 18th or the 14th of August? It's coming up in August, mid-August, where it's actually the items in the settlement many of them are going to be enacted. That's a great conversation starter right now. Oh my gosh, get on the phone. Hey, there's such confusion over this. It is going to be happening. These are going to be active items as of mid-August, whatever that official date is, and explain it to people. This is what it means to you. As your real estate expert, I want to make sure that I can let you know. So you're not wondering, you're not getting information from the wrong place and media hype and fake news and all that kind of stuff. What a great, and it really makes you look great, huh? That you know exactly what's going on.
Good example.
Yeah.
Well, and I like it because it's what's in it for them.
Yep.
And as Floyd Wickman always said, when you're staying in touch with your past client centers of influence, don't just call and ask for business. He said, have like a 4 or 5 to 1 ratio where you're giving.
Yep.
And then, oh, by the way, I forgot to ask, who do you know that might need to buy or sell real estate in the next 90 days?
Yep.
So beautiful. Yep.
All right. Let's move on to number 2. How about home valuation offers? Offer to provide a complimentary home valuation for homeowners. This can spark an interest in selling and allows you to discuss their real estate goals. For example, hi, Mr. Smith. Would you like to know what your home is currently worth? I'd be happy to provide a free home valuation.
Well, and with the way the market has, I mean, it's really been crazy over the last 4 years, specifically since COVID. And we know that people have more equity. I mean, we've seen the studies in their home than, I don't know, 2 decades. I mean, it's been a long time since this high of a percentage of homeowners have the level of equity that they have now. I bet you many of them are scratching their heads wondering, just what is that? I've heard about it, but what does that mean to me? I can't imagine people turning this down.
And it's something I've been in family conversations where that comes up, where somebody in a different town, oh, what is your home worth now? Oh my God, it's worth this. So everybody's all curious about that number. And sure, different pockets of the country, there's some price reductions, things are settling down, but yeah, everybody's curious about that.
Yep.
All right. You know what else people are curious about is their home maintenance. How about offering them some tips? Some seasonal home maintenance tips to help homeowners maintain their property value. These tips can be shared through newsletters, social media, or direct conversations. Here's an example. Hey, Mr. Jones, with winter approaching, it's a good time to check your home's insulation and heating systems. Proper maintenance can help you save on energy bills. It's like 1,000 degrees outside, and we're telling people to check on their heater.
Well, winter will eventually approach. I mean, that's not a wrong example. What I like about this one is we're joking about AI. You can go to ChatGPT and ask, give me 8 examples or give me a list of 8 things to do to prepare for hurricane season. If you're in the Florida area or an area that gets hit with hurricanes, give me 8 summer maintenance tips to keep your home energy efficient. Whatever it is, get that list from ChatGPT and create a PDF out of it. And now when you make these phone calls, hey, I just wanted to see, are you ready for the hurricane season? Or are you sure your home is as efficient as possible? Because man, can those air conditioning bills shoot your electric bill up. It can double it. So I've got this great PDF. I'd love to send it over. Would you like to get that from me? Now you are having an engagement, right? It's not just a conversation on the phone, but you're going to follow up, maybe shooting them a text or an email with that item on that PDF that has
Right.
your contact information on it, your taglines information is on it. Something they're going to hold on to, right? They'll likely either tuck it away digitally or they'll print it out, put it up on the fridge. You could even remind them, kind of create a little mental thing there. Hey, print it out, put it up in your fridge, because this is the kind of stuff that you want to keep in mind throughout the summer, especially if it has to do with storm season.
Very true.
Right. And I love how you said at the beginning, it's going to help them maintain their property value. So I've been looking at houses, as you guys know, out here. And I would say this one is shocking, because you would think that people would get their houses dialed in. About 1/3 of the houses, you can tell they've let maintenance go, where there's wood rot on the eaves.
Yeah.
They just put up a sign and figure, okay, here. And it's very shocking, but it goes down to the old thing that we all know. It's like, if you have 2 or 3 things that have to happen, well, you've got to get on that, because pretty soon you'll have 17 things, and then you're overwhelmed, and then your value's going down,
Right.
and it's overwhelming.
Yeah, and that's actually another great list. I mean, I talked about summer storms or energy efficiency. These are all PDFs you could create, especially with ChatGPT, in a couple seconds. Another great one would be 10 items or 8 items to ensure that are fixed or maintained before you list your home. Because I think that's another
like that.
area
I
of
like that.
confusion. Sellers are unsure. I hear
Yep.
people all the time saying, well, we need to replace our flooring before we list. Yeah, careful on that one. You don't necessarily need to do that unless you've got a carpet that looked like you had a murder scene. You know, you may want to leave it alone,
If you can
because
see right where the bed was, that's a problem.
because
Shag carpet's
shag-
coming back, though.
if you have some
surprisingly.
psychedelic shag groovy man carpet, maybe. But other than that, be careful about some of those remodels. Some are worth it, some are not. And it's a waste of money, because many of them will come in and put their own
Yes.
flooring in, or put their own, so that list is a great list as well.
Okay.
Well said.
Moving on. Number 4. How about your client success stories? Share successes from recent transactions. Highlight how you helped clients navigate the market, negotiate deals, or sell quickly. This builds trust and showcases your capabilities. And now, since we have a theme of this going on, here's an example. I recently helped a family sell their home in just 2 weeks for above asking price. It's a great market for sellers right now.
See, now that's a great example to provide. Think of something like that, where it's a definite success story that has to do with, yes, homes are selling. Yes, homes are selling quickly. Have a couple different ones. And you likely are going to have the person you're on the phone with make a comment like, oh, I've heard homes are sitting on the market for 3 months or 4 months, and say, oh, I have a success story for you. I just closed on a home. It was on the market for 2 days or for 24 hours. And bam, 2 offers gone. They got what they wanted. Actually, one of them was even above list price. That's a great success story to come back with. Have, again, a couple different topics based on the common objections or the common concerns people have right now, right? Which is, can I get enough money for the home? Will it sell quickly enough? Are there buyers in the market? Have success stories that have to do with those top, the main topics, and have them in front of you and just throw one back at them as a success story when they say something.
And what's amazing about that, you think of any infomercial you see, there's client success stories. So any great person, any great company, any great realtor is going to use that. And all that saying is, hey, you're in my past client centers of influence. And here's what my most recent people are saying. So if they're either going to buy or sell or give you referrals. I mean, there's magic in that. There's magic in that one.
I agree.
All right. Number 5, how about talking about investment opportunities? Discuss real estate investment opportunities in your area. Highlight potential rental properties or market conditions that make it a good time to invest. For example, hey, have you ever considered investing in rental properties? There are some great opportunities right now with high rental demand.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting and different topic that, frankly, I wouldn't have thought of. It wouldn't have been like the first thing on my mind. And maybe for some agents it is, some it is not, depending on the niche that they go after. But hopefully, based on the notes you have in your CRM, or just the understanding based on your relationship with some of these people, you know who the ones are that are more likely to be into investment opportunities or potentially curious about that. And if you're aware of some properties that you think would be a great investment, Maybe they're even in that age range where you're like, well, I know this is when people like to grab a small home or apartment or something and rent it out. Bring it up. Hey, by the way, I've got this. This actually is being sold. It was a rental property. The person selling it is the landlord of this investment property. They are retiring. They don't want to worry about it anymore. They're moving out of state, but they've easily gotten renters for it. Are you curious about it? Do you want to know more about it? That's a really cool conversation starter.
I have one good example for you guys just from yesterday about this one.
Let's hear.
So my two properties out there that I'm selling, my realtor. So we've lowered the price. We've done some good things. So I'm just scrolling through Facebook at the fire pit last night, and I'm like, wow. So you know how like in your development you have your own Facebook group, Heritage Harbor, everything. So I see my own property in there. I go, wow, I didn't expect that. And I read what she put in there. And she said, boom, great for or investment. She goes, owner's been getting, which is the truth, every season, January, February, and March, as of the last 2 years, it's gone up to $6,000 per month.
Yeah.
So she put that in there. And I mean, that's incredible for someone that wants to live there and maybe take a vacation or go somewhere for 3 months and capitalize on that.
Right. And what she's also letting people know is it's a community where you can Airbnb and rent out. Because many communities now are shutting that down. I'm actually in a neighborhood where that was shut down. So I think that's a concern that people have when they're purchasing a property, specifically in Florida, right? This would be a top area to want to be able to do that. Is this a community that's actively doing it? And are there people interested? Because your place is on the other side of town, but still within, 20 minutes of the beach?
Right. Yep, yeah. Exactly.
And golf course community, right? So that tells people not only is it a great investment property or great for renting out, but it's successfully working. Somebody's already doing that. So that's great information. Yeah.
All right. We're talking about the top 10 conversation starters, and we're up to number 6. And it is personal touches and check-ins. Simply check in to see how your contacts are doing. Personal touches can strengthen relationships and keep you top of mind when they or someone they know needs real estate services. Here's an example. Hi, Tangeray. It's been a while.
You have some interesting friends in your sphere.
How have you been?
I love it.
Did her parents name her after Jen? Because I'm curious about that story.
Okay. Oh yeah, Tangeray. Okay.
Is that how she was conceived?
Who's Jen?
No, it's Tangeray. Tangeray, isn't that a gin?
Oh, Tangeray the gin. Yeah.
As a non-drinker.
It's a non-drinker. I forgot that.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's right. You only drink water.
I was thinking of Tangeray from a different show.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to mention what show, but those of you who are smart out there know what show I'm talking about. It was a cartoon many years ago.
All right. I just thought
anyway.
of the gin.
I didn't even think about the gin.
After
Tangeray.
Gin, but okay, go.
Where was I here?
I wanted to interject one thing. I love this point because I know, talking to a lot of high-powered agents every week, that some of them, when they have some downtime, and they'll even share this with their team, they'll say, just go do drop-bys.
Yeah,
so they'll get in the car and little trinkets or whatever. Maybe 1/3 of the people are home. The other, you just leave it there. But think about it, that's a great 2 hours spent. You could do it over the phone or in person, if it's geographically easy to do. But that's just a nice touch without asking for anything. They think you forgot about them, and then boom, all of a sudden.
Well, and if you have a CRM where you've got certain things tagged, like you put in a client on the date that they close, so that's their anniversary date. You put in their birth date, you've got that date in there, and you're able to sort by some of these dates. Wouldn't it be a great thing, which actually you can do in Prospects Plus with the contact manager. And if you want more information on that, go to our blog, go to the search tool and type in contact manager. We have a free CRM in prospectsplus.com for our customers. It's really cool. You can tag birthdays, you can tag anniversaries, and then you can sort by that. And wouldn't it be great to just at the beginning of the month sort by anniversaries, and now you've got your list, right? You just get on the phone. First couple of weeks you're calling on anniversaries, then you're switching maybe to birthdays, or maybe you're switching back and forth each week. Anniversaries, birthdays, that kind of thing, home anniversaries. And you've got your conversation starter. So simple. I'll tell you what, I'd be impressed if somebody called me just to say happy birthday, Or, hey,
Yeah,
it's
that's
been
nice.
5 years since you've been in your home. And I'll tell you what about the value of those that you sort that it's a home anniversary and it's now been 8 years or more? How does their value go up in your mind?
Right.
Because what did they say? The average amount of time people stay in their home and then start to transition to a new one. So once somebody's been in the home around 8 years or so, they may be getting ready to make a move. So what a great time to get on the phone and say, hey, happy anniversary. I cannot believe it's been 8 years. Wow. How is the house doing? How are the kids? They must be out of school by now. Are you guys, what are you doing? Are you staying? It's such a beautiful home. Are you going to stay in? Are you, going to downsize? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
right?
That's a nice way to go in. Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, very nice.
All right. Number 7, neighborhood spotlights. Highlight different neighborhoods in your area, discussing their unique features, schools, amenities, and market conditions. This can pique interest in both buying and selling. For example, I've been exploring the Wally World neighborhood recently.
That sounds like a fun neighborhood.
It does sound fun. It has some fantastic new restaurants and highly rated schools. Have you visited lately?
I like it. Good. Are you coming up with those off the cuff? Because your imagination is...
I am. That's what goes on up here.
I know.
He's on fire today. I think he woke up and had his 2 green shakes and worked out.
It feels like I'm on fire. Is it hot in here? Or is it me?
It is weirdly.
If you're hot, that means it must really be hot.
I know, it's so strange.
It was always hot in the studio.
I'm confused.
All right.
Okay, that's all right. We'll make it.
On point number 7, to share the importance of that, how important has that app called
Neighborhood Next Door become? It's become credible. Realtors are advertising on it. People are getting in there and saying, recommendations for all this stuff. So people love the neighborhood spotlights. That app is blown up. So if you can do that on your own, you're ahead of the game. I agree.
All right. Number 8, educational content. Provide educational content about the home buying or selling process. This could be tips on preparing a home for sale, navigating mortgage options, or understanding market conditions. For example, I've put together a guide on the home selling process. Would you like me to send you a copy?
This is wonderful.
Nice voice inflection there. I love it.
That's from years of training.
Right. Training and maybe from your radio days too, possibly. Yes.
Perhaps. Those were the days. All right. Anybody have anything to say on that? Nope. Lisa's fanning herself now.
Oh my gosh, it is like... Todd, can you feel the heat from your location in California?
Wait, what? I can feel it over here. I have a big fan above me, so
we need
I'm
a big fan above us.
This is coming from the lady who normally brings a space heater into the meeting room.
I do. It's right. It is weird. It feels like it's getting. Are we being boiled alive in here?
Well, let's hurry this along then. Number 9,
I think it's getting hot in here.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Number 9, celebrating milestones. Acknowledge important milestones such as anniversaries of when clients bought their homes, birthdays, or other significant events, which you talked about earlier.
Sorry, I
you jumped the gun here.
to the gun. I didn't even know. I was prophesizing that. That's
I'll put you in to give the example. Here's the example. Happy home anniversary, Ferd.
Wait, did they misread his name, Fred? Was it really Fred and they just looked really quickly?
No, his brother was Fred. So he
Fred and Ferd.
Fred and Ferd.
Boy, those parents were not creative. That must have been like the 8th, the 9th, and 10th kid.
No, it was good.
They were done. They were done.
I think their last name was Farkle. It was Fred and Ferd Farkle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Farkle. Yeah, the Farkle family.
Right.
They like F names. Okay.
Can you believe it's been 10 years since you moved in?
Oh,
Hope you're still loving your home.
I even had the example similar. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Number 10.
Speaking of 10, here's number 10.
Before I pass out.
Plan an event. Put together an event for past clients or invite everyone in your sphere. It could be a summer picnic, a movie night, or a family baseball game at a local park. The ideas are endless. Then reach out to your sphere with individual invites. Use this time to catch up on what's going on in their lives and see if they know if anyone thinking of buying or selling. No example scripts on this one?
No. I thought by this point we've got them,
we got it figured
conditioned
out. Right.
so they can come up with their own. Get creative, everyone.
And I would say point number 10 is so intriguing because I talk to the top agents in the country, right, who want to sign up for Dominator every single week. And I would say most of them do this at least once a year, if not 3 or 4 times, because it's magnificent. It's fun.
Oh,
and, and you're asking for nothing. You have your shirt on, which has your logo. Everybody knows what you do.
Right.
You might have some giveaways with some of your stuff in it. But that is done by a lot of the top people.
So much
most
fun.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Well, by incorporating these conversation ideas into your interactions with your sphere of influence, you can strengthen relationships, demonstrate your expertise, and stay top of mind for future real estate needs.
Ba-bum-bum.
And there we are. And
well done.
On number 10, planning events, 4th of July is going to be this week, right?
Yep.
I'm not sure which one of us didn't get the memo, but I don't own a white shirt, so I feel like Lisa should have worn the white. We've got red here, we got blue there. And
I have white, but my gray one was taken. It now resides in Plano, Texas, as you know.
with a hole in it.
Yes, with
An extra
that
hole.
guy.
It has a hole for the arms.
He's a
and then,
thief.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
So-
he wears it out in a happy hour real proudly. Hey guys, I've been on the show before.
Yeah, but it's still red and blue, so that's okay. So
Yeah, we're fine.
The
We're
paper
fine.
is white.
The paper is white.
That's the white part.
we hope you'll be able to join us next week with all of your fingers intact. Don't lose those on the fireworks.
Yes.
So, Todd, do you remember this lady?
Oh
Ashley.
yes, Ashley. Okay.
Yes.
Holla.
We called her
Holla.
2 weeks ago, and she said, "Oh, I'm just walking into a showing." Now, that may have been her way of blowing us off. I'm not sure, but I feel
Let's
like we
test
could
it.
try
If she's
to.
walking into
call
a
her.
showing this week, she's either very successful.
Oh, I'm just walking into a showing.
Yeah.
Of course you are. 910 818 5777. And this is
Ooh, now
Ashley-
it feels a little cooler in here. I'm confused. It feels like something kicked in a little bit.
maybe the air
You might be
conditioner
going
turned
through.
on.
Yeah, you might be going through something, or the AC. Yeah.
Oh, are you going through that time of life?
Oh
where
my
you're hot?
God! You know, men. First of all, I'm going to be 60 in a few months. No, that was over a decade ago.
Oh, 60. You look
but,
40 years old.
You know,
Stop it.
men think everything. All roads lead to hormones with women. You know.
Jim, I think we got in trouble there. a little
Help
bit.
me,
We got-
home
we got-
audience.
we got a little in
if you're
trouble there.
listening, leave comments below.
Sleeper Holla. I'm not available.
Okay, well,
She's in
You're
a show.
kidding.
Ashley's not going to be getting our phone call now.
No gift card.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, leave in the comments on YouTube about how annoying men are with that topic.
What?
Yes. Please, I need support. I'm sandwiched between 2 men, one in California, one here.
We may need a
And-
new
and stuck in
producer
the
here.
corner. Yes. Okay, Jim, I like that one. 3 over.
That one. His hand was like on the ground and
No,
like
his
pointing
hand
at
was
the
ready to go.
floor. Call the floor.
Okay, we got this.
Yes.
That one.
That's the first one.
That's
thought you said
the
3
one he
over.
liked.
That
Oh,
one.
3 over from that
3
one.
over
Next 2.
from the other
2 more.
way. Okay.
So not this one.
And this one, that one,
This
there,
one?
that one.
Yes.
This one here.
As though
All
he
right.
can even tell the difference between any of them.
I just saw that as the winner. It just happened.
Was it like glowing? Was there a glow around it more so
It-
than the other, like an aura?
It sort
Right,
of
there
was.
was.
Or did it actually speak to you? Was it saying pick me? Because
Oh.
we need to know if it's talking to you.
Todd, you know who this is?
Who is it?
This is Jennifer.
Oh,
Tampa.
who used to work for us?
Yeah.
All right, let's call her.
Let's
Oh,
call
this
her
is
up.
awesome. She
All right.
came down to the office about a year
All
ago.
right,
I
let's
remember.
go.
Yeah.
Go.
Call her up. 813
Oh, this is great.
809 0922.
Well, I hope she's not out on assignment.
Well, we'll find out.
I want to
We'll
get
see
that
what she's
lady on the
doing
phone
here.
that was cooking in the kitchen. She was so much fun. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
she
I wanna
was
know-
a kick.
She said she was going to send us some stuff, didn't she?
Yeah, like freeze dry it,
Hey,
overnight it.
I can recognize your voice. It's been 30 years since I've seen your face, but I can still recognize
Oh my
your
gosh.
voice.
30 years. How old do you think we are here?
Okay, that's crazy.
Wait a minute.
That should scare you.
Hey, I
Jen.
got my right. I sent you a note on Facebook, and then the next day I got my postcard delivered to my house.
What are the odds?
Jennifer, how are you?
Well,
I'm good. Is this Jim and Jim?
Jim and Todd
Todd and Lisa.
and Lisa.
I don't. She doesn't know
Hi,
the Lisa.
guys. Oh no, you do not have me on one of your little blog things, do you?
Yep, you're live right
It's
now.
too late. You can't back out.
A,
You're
a
on.
little post blog thing. Wow.
Jennifer, there's money
your
involved.
podcast. Your podcast.
There you go.
Well, the truth is, Jennifer, you were randomly selected out of a pile of postcards, and
Which is
Todd picked
weird.
you out, and it was random because your picture's on the back of the card. He didn't know it was you. But before we called you up, I said, you know who this is? So it really was fate.
It's
How did
meant to
Todd?
be.
Seriously, you didn't recognize me?
No, he could only see the front. Your picture isn't on the front.
Yeah, it was a
Right.
big pile of
had him in mind.
postcards.
It's always about the client, never about me. That's my marketing style.
Right.
That's good. That's why you're successful.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
So-
by the way, I'm delighted that you are calling, and I hope you're asking for a recommendation because I have wasted so much money not working with you guys.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow. I
You
love
you
that.
mentioned that the fine firm that you work for offers some type of a postcard program, and it did not meet your expectations, and Prospects Plus
Wow.
Right.
just exceeded everywhere. Is that about right?
Yes, so it's super convenient because it's integrated into my systems here, and so I took advantage of it, but I remained frustrated by the timelines related to it. So when you're in real estate, usually you get a listing and it goes
Yep.
live and you have like a week to prep, and your photography is due, turned in literally like 24 hours before you go live.
Yep.
And so the turnaround on direct mail is extremely important. So if you get your pictures on Wednesday and your house goes live on Thursday, you get a direct mail piece out that day. You don't want to have to wait forever for it to come in the
No.
mailboxes.
No.
So, and so I played in that frustrating world for a couple of years.
And now you've come back
And
to
then I got
the
frustrated and said, I'm going to go back to the guys that I know, and I'm going to see how their timelines look. And it was shocking. I was shocked at how quickly they were in the mailbox. I think it was the next day. Like I
Wow.
pushed, I completed the order, and then I think the next day it was at the post office and out for delivery.
Yep.
So very impressive.
that was those third shift guys working all night to get your postcard mailed out. So it worked out.
Yep.
Well, the competitors who will remain nameless, and there's a couple, by the way. I've used a couple. It's in production for nearly a week, and that's just
Oh my gosh,
way
that's
too long.
horrible.
Yes,
For
yes.
just listed? Oh my gosh, that is horrible.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
and just
brutal.
hold too, because when you're
Yeah.
on when you're on the other side, or whenever you need a direct mail campaign, we're very short on time, and so so no, I'm delighted to come back to you guys.
Awesome. I
Well,
love
we're,
it.
we're glad you're back, and congratulations, because this card says you sold a house in just 1 day. So that's some good real
I
estate
did, a good one.
activity there. That you
And we have a little
Pretty much.
surprise for you, Jennifer. Jim, do you want to share with
What's
what we're doing? It's the most fun part of the show.
It is the most fun part of the show, but it's not a surprise. Jennifer's been down this road before. We're going to ask you a question,
Yeah.
and if you get it right, we'll send you a lawn ornament from Lassie and some other great items.
Lassie.
All right. What do you got?
Oh boy.
We can have fun with Jennifer because we know. her.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer, I'm going to read you a question and 3 answers, and read me the correct answer. Ready?
All right. Mhm.
All right. The line, quote, "Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries,"
Oh my goodness.
is a line from what 1975 movie? Is it A, Monty Python and the Holy Grail? B,
Yes.
the Rocky Horror... Can you hold that up for 1 second, please?
I like the confidence.
B, you might like one of these other ones better. B, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, or C, the Return of the Pink Panther.
Oh, those are
I
good.
think it's A.
Those are good choices. Because they're kind of quirky in the same way.
They're a little quirky,
I
but
think it's A.
I
Be
think
good to her. Be
Sounds-
good.
I think Jennifer has good taste in quirky movies. Show me some Monty
Or
Python.
Or computer.
Yes.
Checking my fingers at all times.
It sounded like something a British person would say. Like, your mother's a hamster?
We don't have
That's a good
elderberries
point.
in this country, right?
Right,
Todd,
right.
what does Jennifer win?
Jennifer, you have won a $100 gift card for just about anything on Prospects Plus website and some swag, a shirt and a couple coffee mugs from the Take a Listing Today podcast, which we know you're already subscribed to. So congratulations and
I
thank
do,
you for
I do.
picking up and being on the show. It's great to hear your voice.
And you know what? As a bonus, if you ever drive down to Sarasota, I'll buy you lunch. So
Oh,
There you
wow.
You
Lunch,
can count on
lunch
that.
is a
I
green
love to see you
smoothie.
guys.
There's a lot of places to eat here by Lakewood Ranch too.
Yeah.
Yep.
New restaurants
There
opening
are.
constantly.
Well, nice talking to you,
All right,
Jennifer.
guys, it was great to hear from you. I'll look for my marketing package so that I can do some more direct
Yes,
messaging.
I'll email you the gift card code within the next 24 hours.
Keep up the great work, Jennifer.
Okay,
Bye, Jennifer.
great, guys.
Bye. What are the odds?
That's pretty funny.
That
There
was
we
because
that
he
was
really
cool.
was specific. No, that one. No, that one.
How crazy is that?
Yeah,
and
that
we
is
got one of
weird.
our buddies.
Now I
Wow.
will.
Yeah.
Now I will believe you when you say no, that one. No, that
Right.
one.
No, that one. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. All right. So we
Easy
learned
peasy.
all about these conversation starters. Anything else that we need to address, Lisa?
No, just get on the phone. But before you do, remember, write down the starter you're using and your intention for the call. Are you asking for a referral? What are you doing? Why are you making that call? Have it in
Right.
front of you, so that and have a couple success stories in front of you too.
Right.
And you're ready, man. Go do it.
And be intentional, like you said. Yes, I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, and happy 4th of July. We'll catch you again next week. Bye-bye.
Take care. Be safe. Bye bye.